Well, for the first time in, Lita, I think about 4 or 5 years, we are out in Surrey. Good to be back here again at a great spot called the Skye Avenue Kitchen and Lounge. And joining us once again as we go to the Master 3-Shot, old friend of ours who I believe 6th time, Richard Goodine, our restaurant ambassador, has been on our show. Richard, a whole bunch of places that you have introduced us and our viewers to. Now you've got a new spot you want our viewers to check out here in Surrey.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be with the two of you. You know
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
6 times.
You know
Wow.
you win a blazer at that point.
Well, I'm waiting. I thought it was at 10, but we'll figure it out.
Well, we'll give you one anyways.
That's right.
Now, Richard, this is an amazing place because this has the largest whiskey collection in North America. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Well, it actually sort of led to the inspiration of what they did here. They started from getting this incredible whiskey collection, and that's how they came up with the name the Isle of Skye, one of the most famous regions in Scotland. But it also gave them lots of opportunity with American whiskey and Japanese whiskey and Canadian whiskey to develop a food program that was based on modern Canadian cuisine, which is really a mosaic of cuisines.
Right. Boy, lots to get through here. Some great cocktails. Let's just get through the cocktails and everything else you got here. Let's start with this first cocktail over to our right here.
Absolutely.
Screen left.
Absolutely. That's called a paper plane. You've got a whiskey collection that is in the range of 1,000 different labels. As you said, the largest in North America. You're going to make a lot of whiskey cocktails. Doesn't mean they can't do a vodka soda if you want it, but a lot of whiskey cocktails. Paper plane's a classic. Bitters, whiskey, lemon juice. Amazing.
Nice.
Old fashioned. Why do you mess with the classics sometimes?
You don't.
You know? And
Yeah,
so you
very
make a
good.
classic old fashioned, you put it in a glass with a huge ice cube that melts slower, and you don't dilute the drink. And of course, this one's a little bit fun. It's called the penicillin. Not that any of us are sick, but whatever, we have a little fun with it, the third one. And that one's got a little bit of honey ginger syrup, whiskey, Aperol, and a Moro Nonino, which is beautiful, almost nutty characteristic to it. So 3 very different cocktails, but a place like this has a great beer program as well, and so we thought we'd throw in a little beer there for you.
But keeping with the theme of this restaurant, you've got Whiskey Wednesdays. Tell us what people can expect when they come for that.
Absolutely. Well, they put together a program where every single Wednesday they want to give people an opportunity to learn more about whiskey.
Right.
So every single Wednesday there are whiskey cocktails on feature. There are amazing flights. They have a whiskey ambassador called Caitlin. She's put together a range of flights that start, frankly, at $25 all the way up to $300.
Wow.
Because there are bottles of whiskey here you just can't find.
Right.
And then a whiskey club is being developed where you eventually can have your own whiskey on in a locker here, and away you go.
We should also mention when we work with you, wine cannot be left out of the
No.
discussion, and this
Jim?
being no case. Yes, no, I follow this guy's wine suggestions often. You've been in the wine world off and on over the last, I'm going to say 30 years.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about some of the wonderful wines they have here at Skye Avenue.
Yeah, well, not everyone's going to drink whiskey throughout the entire meal. So the idea is to have an ever-evolving and developing wine program. There's a couple of different options. I mean, there's 2 great wines there, one from Italy, one from BC. So we celebrate world cuisine as a mosaic of modern Canadian cuisine. We're going to do the same thing with the wine program, and we'll even see some wine dinners and whiskey dinners come out of that as a result.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we are. Just sticking with the wine though, how often are places changing up the wines? It's great to see some BC wines always, but is a place like here at Skye, are they seasonal? Are they what are they doing with the wines?
Well, you know, a great food program and a great wine program are both alive, and they're constantly evolving.
Right.
So a rep will, for instance, come in, meet the beverage manager, they'll taste it and say, oh, this is something that completely fits into our program, something that I need at the moment, and something that lines up with what Chef Valerio is doing. So it's a constantly evolving thing. It's rather than, this is our wine list for the year, and it keeps it fresh for the staff as well.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to check out some of the great food here.
That's right.
With Chef.
Yes, well, he is a very passionate guy, as you'll see in a minute.
Well, we are going to move from the lounge into the restaurant to check out some great food with Chef. Richard, of course, will be back later in the show to wrap things up here at Skye Avenue Kitchen and Lounge. You don't have a drink.
Well, I guess
Richard,
I have to get one.
Okay, never
Of
too
course.
far away.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers, Richard. Cheers.
Thanks, Richard. Well, we are now with Chef Valerio.
Hi.
And going to enjoy this amazing food, but we want to learn a little bit about it first. So you're from Rome.
Yes.
But what is the inspiration for the dishes here at Skye?
At Skye, we designed a menu actually that we can serve every type of craving in food. From our double fermented pizza dough, which is fermented from 48 to 72 hours to guarantee best digestibility. This pizza in specific is our prosciutto and burrata.
Right.
We import our burrata from Puglia, from Italy, every 2 weeks. So it goes on a plane, actually gets here. And that's prosciutto crudo, 24 months aged. Top it up with some red pesto. Then we have our ricotta. Our ricotta, which is our vegan ricotta, is something that is extremely unique because that doesn't exist anywhere. We actually do this ricotta daily, handmade every single day.
Oh my!
We take the almonds. We actually extract the milk from the almonds. We do a double filtration. We turn the almond milk into a curdled cheese, and we mold every single day. So it takes about 48 hours. And then it's plated on this beautiful olive wooden board from Italy. It's served with a cherry tomato slow roasted salad and sourdough bread.
So this is lactose-free friendly.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, nice.
It's
Well,
actually
there you
vegan
go,
at this point.
Lita. Congrats. Okay.
Okay, I'm thinking carpaccio. Let's talk about
Yes,
that.
carpaccio, we use a very special beef, which is the American Wagyu Snake River from Idaho, US.
Right.
Very well-known farm in the States. And it's the eye round in specific. We sear the beef, then we slice it very thinly, and we serve it with extra virgin olive oil from Sicily, called Planeta, from the Planeta winery. There is aged pecorino toscano, 18 months, a baby arugula, balsamic vinegar, and then I did this kind of truffle grissini, so the very crunchy, buttery with some aroma of truffle. And that's how you're supposed to take one piece and then wrap it with the beef.
Oh, wow.
And enjoy
Are you
it.
drooling?
And it's so close. I'm trying to be
He's got
professional
no
here.
fork
Yes, no
here.
fork here. Richard and the rest of the crew don't let forks go anywhere.
Okay.
Here. We're going to talk about this, but I'm going to get to that burger in a second.
Yes.
But let's talk about this first.
So that's our cocktail, item. It's our flatbread marinara. Very simple, just to get a couple of cocktails, couple of munching a little bit here and there. Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
So that's perfect for our cocktail hour. Basically.
Very nice.
Perfect.
We're
going to go to the pasta
pasta
first.
Okay.
And
I
then
can't
the
keep my focus
crowning
off that
glory.
burger, actually, but the pasta way out there. Yes,
So
okay.
this is my own recipe, the cacio e pepe, originally traditionally from Rome. If you guys been in Rome, you know
Many
what
times, yeah.
it is. So this is actually a very family recipe that I've been using for many years at this point. And we serve it with the spaghetti alla chitarra. So we have the actual guitar, which is a wooden pasta maker that we imported from Italy.
Right.
We do the sheet of the pasta that we roll into this guitar, and then all the spaghetti comes off, and it's done every day. And this is our lunch feature at Skye.
I'm thinking you must have a staff of 500 people back here.
About 32. All well trained.
Incredible.
Let's get to this burger because it is part of what you guys are really focusing on about getting people in here. The express lunch.
Yes.
Richard was telling us a couple weeks ago about this burger. Tell our viewers what
So
this
this
is all
burger is
about.
very special to me because it's what I will cook at home for my family, ideally.
Lucky family.
Lucky family,
wow.
yes. So this is from Prairie Ranch, Alberta. I use the shoulder of the cow. I built a special protocol with Vancouver Coastal Health about 4 years ago, which was approved. And this specific beef, you can order it however you want it cooked. You can have it blue, rare, medium rare,
well
medium.
done.
There's no lettuce and tomato. I call them contaminators, to be honest. So it's just the main character here is the beef. So you can really feel the essence of that beef, nice and pure. It comes with melted fontina cheese, 2 types of onions. One is caramelized, reduced with the red wine for a few hours, and the other one is a crunchy flour butter onion. And there is, in both sides, there is a truffle aioli. It's very simple, it's very juicy, and this is one of our signature burgers.
Oh, that is
Yeah, it looks pretty spectacular. And you also wanted to include a really nicely put together dessert.
Yes, this is my favorite. It's called the Rocher tart. I'm a big fan of Ferrero Rocher. I love it.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something very Ferrero Rocher, something that we eat since we're kids, right? So this is a vanilla tart shell with chocolate ganache.
Yeah.
There is hazelnut and almond praline. There is a chocolate mousse, raspberry gel, and it's all garnished with the raspberry gelato. Very nice, refreshing tart, but very delicate at the same time.
That's amazing.
Oh, we're going to dig into this food, but we're going to come back a little later in the show. Richard's going to rejoin us here at Skye, and we're going to talk about some other things you need to know about this great location here in Surrey. And Richard will probably mention this later, but we are right like 100 feet from SkyTrain, which is always good. You don't have to worry about driving with our traffic in the city. So thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back here to wrap up things at the end of the show in just a little bit.